Good morning, Miss Sarah's class. Welcome to school today. I'm so glad you came. Today is the last day before winter break. We won't have school again until January 4th. You have a little vacation where you don't have to do any school. Now you're more than welcome to catch up on some seesaw work if you would like, because it's already on there. But Miss Sarah won't be making any videos because we will be off for winter break. It's so exciting. I can't wait till we get back together again so I can hear about all the fun stuff that you guys did. So, there's only a few more days left until Christmas. So normally on the last day of school before a break, we would have like a little fun party. So I was thinking instead of doing some lessons together, we would read a Christmas story. This was one of my favorite Christmas books when I was a little girl. It's a Christmas tradition. It's called The Night Before Christmas. And who is that a picture of? That's right, Santa Claus. It's a picture of Santa Claus, and he's got a sack full of toys ready for Christmas. All right, this story is actually been around for a very, very, very long time. It's one of my favorites. So the illustrator is, what does that mean to be an illustrator? Do my friends remember? We've talked about it since the beginning of the year. That's right. The illustrator is the person who neither takes the pictures or draws the pictures. These pictures were painted by Tom Browning. All right, here we go. The Night Before Christmas. Oh, it's such a pretty picture. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. See the snow on the ground? Now, while we're reading this book, we're also going to introduce something new for you guys to work on over break, and that's called rhyming. Rhyming means two words that sound alike. So in this book, they rhyme all through. They're not the same words, but they sound the same in the middle. Like house and mouse sound the same. They rhyme. Let's listen in the story to see if we can find other words that rhyme. All right, so everything is quiet, not even a mouse is stirring. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Care and there rhyme. St. Nicholas is another name for Santa Claus. He has many names all around the world. The children were all nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Beds and heads are rhyming words. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. They're getting ready for bed. Cap, which is what's on their heads, and nap rhyme. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. Clatter means big noise. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Clatter and matter rhyme. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw open the sash. The shutters are the windows. The sash is the curtain. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Who is that, my friends? Santa Claus! With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. When you hear the term Saint Nick and Saint Nicholas, they're talking about Santa Claus. More rapid than eagles, which means faster than eagles, his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. That means go fast. To dash means to go fast. He's calling to all of his reindeer to tell them where to go. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount in the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. I love the beautiful paintings of Santa Claus in this picture. The illustrator, the person who painted the pictures, did such amazing work. And then in a twinkle, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. Roof and hoof rhyme. Hoof is the bottom of a foot of a deer or a horse. They have hooves. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. A bound means very fast. He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished, which means dirty, with ashes and soot, which is the black stuff in a chimney. Like when you burn stuff, it turns black and it breaks apart, and that is what ashes and soot are called. A bundle of toys he flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. A peddler is a person who travels a long way, and all they have is just the stuff in their bags on their back. See Santa Claus, and he's tarnished in soot because he came down the chimney and he got all of that soot on him. And there's his pack of toys. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry, which means happy. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. They're talking about the color of his face. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. He left one little kid, a teddy bear. One little friend got an airplane. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. Jolly means, again, to be happy. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. Santa Claus was so happy and merry that he even had to laugh when he saw him, because he made him happy. Have you ever been around a person who's so very happy that it makes you happy? Because happiness is contagious, which means other people can catch it. A wink of an eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Dread means to fear or be scared. After he saw Santa Claus and Santa Claus smiled and shook his head, he knew he didn't have to be afraid. Santa Claus knew he was there. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. That means he turned around really quick. See him filling the stockings? And laying his finger on side of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he goes. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle, which is a little seed that's from a tree that could fall down. But I heard him exclaim, which means to shout, as he drove out of sight. See him coming out of the chimney? Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Now, wasn't that a beautiful story? In my house, when I was a little girl, that was a tradition, that we would read this story every year. I actually got it from Santa one year for Christmas, and then I would read that to my little brothers every Christmas after that. I have 4 brothers and 1 baby sister, so we would snuggle up on Christmas Eve, and then we would read this story and talk about. We always tried to stay awake to see if we could catch Santa. But guess what? We never caught him. He's a quick, jolly old elf. All right, my friends, I hope you have a beautiful Christmas. I'm going to be posting activities today on Seesaw. And you don't have to do any work for the rest of the week. But to learn is to have fun. So really, read books. Read as many books as you can. I would love to hear of all the books that you read. And you can always work on Seesaw because Miss Sara puts so much work on there that there's plenty of work and fun activities to do. Because to learn is to have fun. And the more you know, the more you grow. So, my friends, Miss Sara loves you so very much. I hope you have the merriest of Christmases, which means the happiest of Christmases. And if you need me, get a hold of me. And remember, do a little bit of work and a little bit of play every day. All right, my friends, goodbye. Maybe even practice some rhyming over winter break. Goodbye.